The season starts. Australian Grand Prix. Alright, so here we go. And here we are in Albert Park. We've got quite a few new drivers in F2. So we're now waiting for the setups and the drivers to come out on track. And there we go, it's McLaren, I guess, yes. Not this, it's Timats and Kui. Kui's first driver on the car, on the track. So we will follow him through his first lap in Season 3. Alpha has got a whole new squad. We've got exactly Gui, who was racing in Renault, and he was a reserve for most of the Season 2, and Natik was in Haas, I guess, but I don't remember exactly. Then we've got Timats and Houseman together in McLaren. They moved from Red Bull. F1 champ in Ferrari together with Paceven, which was promoted to Ferrari also after a very strong season in Alpha. So Gui ends his outlap. And here we go. Start finish straight. Braking zone into turn 1, first chicane. And the first DRS zone on track. Yellow flag sector 3, but we don't worry. And now braking into the turn 3, turn 4. And the very fast turn 5, there was a middle mid on the off-run area. And now first sector, oh, I should yes. Now another chicane and into the most tricky part of the track where you have to watch out, especially on the outside here, and the second DRS zone, and the last sector, last corners. And now only 2 corners to go, and the last one, the DRS zone. And here we go, it's 1:22.5 for Gui. And next up we've got the Mats, who beats Gui's time, 1:22.1. Next up, who is next? pace fan, but ERO 123, and pace goes fastest. And we've got Ferrari front row at the moment, 121.5 both. It's only 3/100th of a second. Then we got Timats and Houseman. Libenov also made the time, 124.3, but is he on mediums? Yes. And we've got Energy Boost who's starting his lap. Matti is also starting. Many drivers are out on medium tires because the strategy will be probably, the quickest strategy will be medium and hards. And meanwhile we've got Fire Hot Ryan on 7th place on hard tires. So it's gonna be interesting. Here we've got Matic on mediums. He's also ending his lap. And the start finish straight, and the time is 1:22.0 on mediums. It's quite good time. We've got Otapa, he's not on his fast lap. And then Energy Boost into the finish, 6th place. Mati by 11th only. And there we go. We've got Filizu, who got demoted from F1 League into the F2. We've got Jimso on his outlap. He will be starting his lap. And also Natik is out on track. We've got two... oh, never mind. Dex is now on his outlap, and only Wojtinho, our league founder, is in the pits. There we go. Jimstro. Now drivers are coming to the pits for a new set of tires, and Jimstro makes a... whoa. He made a mistake. Oh, too late on brakes. Alright, we are back, and Jimstro 1:24.4. It was his lap time. We've got also Wojtinho on his outlap, and he will start his hot lap. He is also on mediums, I guess, because I see. I don't know who is lying. Is it the timing or the car? And meanwhile I will tell you about how you can join our league. So basically we've got a Discord server, links are in the description below. So we are looking for drivers on PC especially, because we want to open a new division. And also on Fridays on 7 PM UK we've got our Xbox League, where drivers on Xbox are competing just like our drivers on PS4. And meanwhile Wojtinho is ending his lap. There are only 8.5 minutes to the end of the quali. It was a mistake on gear shift up, and he lost some time there, and it's only P13th. And meanwhile Jure with fastest lap 1:24.21.4. And here we are, Dex. He's now in the third sector. He will be ending his lap. His teammate Fireshot is in P12. So we will see if it was a good lap. But meanwhile, Batty PI gets a five places penalty. 1:21.0. And Pacefan is out of the session. I didn't saw how it happened. Here we've got energy boost. He wants to perform better, and he's now in the last sector, only 3 corners to go. He's on soft compound tires. Oh, he clipped the sand on the outside. But now last turn and into the finish. Goes second fastest, 1:21.4. Lipanov goes to the pits. Who could be on the fast lap? I think Matti, but I don't think so. He's 6/10 slower. Middle mid is also slow. Jim Stroh is on outlap. And Jim Stroh, he wants to get out of the last place, which is P18. Quite many drivers, but it's the beginning of the season. We will see if that will... That's an interesting tactic to go through the Albert Park. Whoa. And now the most tricky part, he is improving by 2/10, what could give him P17 only. Oh, and he makes same mistake as the last lap, and he has got his wing damaged. He has to come back to the pits and change it. and he's gonna have one more chance. Meanwhile, nearly every driver, now every driver is on soft compound tires, so there won't be any tactical games. And meanwhile we've got ERO, who starts his probably last hot lap today. And there we go, 8th gear into the chicane. And under DRS straight. And he's already ending the first sector, and it's 2 tenths up. That won't give him pole position. We will see after the sector 2. And now into the last chicane on track. Don't cut. And now only 4 corners to go. 8th gear. Nice and clean. Around middle mid. And 2 corners to go. And meanwhile Matic 120.7, the first man to break the border of 121. And ERO, is it gonna be enough to pole position? No! It's only P3, 121.2. Here we've got Houseman. Timmats is only his hot lap, I hope so. Vilsu is also starting his lap. And it's Timmats who is next to cross the line. Just behind Champ, who is starting his lap. And Timmats, is it gonna be enough to improve? Yes, P8. Only P8. And now we've got a racing point, or not. There is Matti. Timmats. Vilsu is ending his lap. We've got also one Haas who is not improving. It was middle mid. And Vilsu without ERS, but it's P3. P3, it's quite a strong performance for Red Bull. There we've got F1 Champ. And also Voitinho is starting his lap. So, but we will now follow through with Champ. Oh, Voitinho is out. He crashed in the first chicane. He probably clipped the... or not. How did it... Oh, we won't see it from here. But Voitinho is out. He's gonna start P15. Otherwise Libenov is gonna improve, because he is now last. And it's not a good day for Toro Rosso. Everyone are retiring. And now Libenov is 1.5 seconds faster. So it's gonna be just around P12, I guess. And now 2 last corners, nice and clean, and into the start-finish straight. Libenov a little bit of a oversteer on the exit, and Libenov goes 11th fastest. We've got a fantastic time, 1:20.8. So that's the end, I guess. So we've got a Ferrari of F1 champ in the first place, the Williams of Matic in the second, and Fireshot Ryan in third in Renault. So we are just waiting for drivers to end their laps. Oh. Jim Stroh in P14. So yes, these are the results. F1 champ Matic, Fireshot Ryan, Doex, Vilzu, Natic, Jure, Hausman, Energy Boost, Pacefen, Team Mats, Libenov, Gui, Jim Stroh, Otapa, Middlemid, Wojtinho and Matipai, which is gonna start last. That's it. 1:20.6. That's the time for pole position, and it's only 17 thousandths of the second. Matic. Alright, so we are just waiting for the race to start. And now, what strategy is gonna be the fastest? Who is gonna win? Last season in F2 it was Isai in Mercedes. Even though Mikey, which was in Red Bull, finished it first, but he had a one and only 3-second time penalty, which demoted him into P2. And third was Kevot of Williams. So this time we've also got Williams on P2. Is it gonna be a replay from last season? We will see. And now drivers are warming up before the race. Let's see what are the tires which they choose. Everyone on softs except of Jim Stroh, which is on mediums, and Wojtinho, he's also on mediums, and one and only Matipai, who is on hards. So I think it's gonna be a hard soft strategy. 29 laps. Last season we've got only 15, because it was the only race where we had 25% distance of the real race. We've got first drivers which crashed or something. And there we go. Champ, is he gonna deal with the pressure? He joined our league just before the start of the season, and now he proves that he is worth to be in F1. His teammate Pacefen is only P10 because he probably left the session and couldn't come back, but fortunately he is in the race. So, okay, Season 2 in ERO, let's begin. Oh yeah, Season 3, sorry. And drivers are lining up, and in a minute we should have red lights. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it slides out, and away we go. Season 3. Nice start indeed. There was a Toro Rosso who there was. Oh, there is carnage. There is Alpha and Red Bull, I think, and we've got a virtual safety car. Alpha is out. Natik is out. Pacefen, terrible start into P16. Lipenov also lost some positions. And we've got a terrible start for Pacefen and Lipenov. Quite a good start for Wojtinho from Poland, from P17 to P13, and Otapa also moved up into P10. In the first places nothing changed. Got still a virtual safety car. And we've got a battle for the first place. VSC is out. We've got ERO overtaking Energy Boost and also Wojtinho overtaking GUI. And there we go. Through the start-finish straight. First lap is over. And there Mati Pai and Energy Boost made a mistake. And also Otapa is in the pits, so he had damage. Alright, we've got the battle, 4-car battle for the first place. And here is also Lipenov with Mati Pai. Lipenov has quicker tires, he has to get past. Oh, and Fireshot Ryan is also out. He had crashed, and again VSC. Second VSC in second lap. Only Otapa was in the pits. He changed the tires on mediums. Jim Stroke has a fantastic start. 6 positions up. And he's on medium tires, so he might be quick in later. ERO gets drive-through penalty, and he got overtaken by his teammate Vilzu. And there we've got 3-car battle for P11. There we go, middle mid on the inside, on Pacefen. They are still side by side through the last corner. Pacefen, and they are out on the start-finish straight. Pacefen is hiding behind the Haas. And is he gonna make that lunge into the first corner? Yes, down inside, but it's not over. Alright, now it's over. But there is also Lipenov on the outside. He's gonna try. Oh, they made contact, and Lipenov. No, he hasn't. Oh! Pacefen has spun, and middle mid is out. What happened there? Lipenov has damage, and again VSC, third VSC in third lap. And we've got 3 drivers out in only third lap. What is going on? So we've got F1 champ on first place, Matic and Tex. Then Vilzu, team. Solid amount of points for the British team. Then Jim Straw and Wojtinho. Gui, Lipenov, Mati Pai, Energy Boost, Pacefen, ERO and Otapa with... He has been in the pits for the second time. Am I right? Oh, yes. Alright, the safety VSC is in again, and who is quite close to Voitinho, but we've got a battle for the lead. Lipanov is in the pits, he had damage, so he's gonna fall down the order. Nothing is happening, to be honest. Who is also close. But here, Matic and Champ. And we've got also Jure here on the back of Pacefen. Pacefen, he has damage. Yes, and it's major damage to his front wing. Meanwhile, Gui is also chasing Voitinho down. Vilso is out of the session. Is it a chicane? Yes, it is a chicane. He clipped the outside here, exactly. It's disaster for Red Bull because they are now both cars out of the points and it's full safety car on track. I can't believe it, it's out. It's out there. Timmats is gonna see him. Matipai has also a drive-through penalty. There we have the Mercedes, the third Mercedes on track, but it's actually second, to be honest, because Energy Boost is the only Mercedes, and he goes onto the hard tires, so he's gonna go to the end, I think. Also Pacefen is on hard tires, and Jure and Matipai are on softs. Now we've got no changes in the leadership. Voitinho, fantastic first 5 laps, 10 positions up. It's very solid job. Also Timmats is 7 places up and Jim Stroh is 8 places up. So we've got a pretty big chasing group, and also Matipai from P18, because he started last at, he got a second drive-through penalty. What a disaster. What a disaster for the driver. Oh, I have to drink. Meanwhile, our leader is into the pits and both Malik and Tex are following him. Let's see which tires are they gonna... F1 Champ on hard tires. Matic also on hards, and Tex goes onto the softs. So it's soft, medium probably. And we've got Timmats in the lead of the race. He overtook the... Okay. It's the drag race with the safety car. What is going on there? And again Matipai gets a 5-second time penalty. Now it's everything. We got Matipai with a drive-through. No, he's again changing his tires. It's the third time he's changing his tires. So we've got 2 McLarens in the lead. We haven't seen such picture since Brazilian Grand Prix 2012, to be honest. Then we've got Jim Stroh, which started P14. Yes, he's 11 places up, and then our pole sitter and Voitinho, which is 12 places up. Fantastic start for the Toro Rosso. So I'm gonna once again invite you to join our league, our Discord server. All links are in the description, because we are actually looking for the drivers on PC. We've got T-Mats and Jimstro in the pits. We are looking for the PC drivers to make a PC division, because we've got actually 2 divisions on PS4, 1 division on Xbox, which races on Fridays on 7 PM UK, and we are looking for PC drivers. So and meanwhile Wojtinho from P17 on the grid got into the top 3, and we've got Gui with 5-second time penalty again, and also Jimstro with 3-second time penalty. Oh, Wojtinho, he got WRC. He wanted to rally. So is the safety car gonna pit in this lap, or he's gonna stay? Because it's now lap 7 out of 29, and I'm not sure if we had a DRS. Oh, there we go. Safety car is in this lap. So we go racing. Houseman in the lead on the old tires, old soft tires. Behind him, F1 Champ, our pole sitter, on fresh hards, and Wojtinho also on middle used mediums. And now safety car comes to the pits, and we go racing. Car number 21 leads the pack. Energy boost with the 3-second time penalty, and there we go. There we go. And it's on the inside. F1 Champ, fantastic move. There we've got battles. Gui got overtaken by energy boost, and also Pacefan is out. Pacefan is out again. But now he's definitely out. It's disaster for the driver. Who was... Oh, there we got Batik. He got a little bit of oversteer. He was on the outside. He wanted to attack, and there we've got both Williams in the back of the pack, and Dex overtakes Wojtinho, and also energy boost might have done it. Yes, he does, into the tricky part of the track, and Wojtinho doesn't, fights back, and there we've got an oversteer again in the energy boost. Jure is very close to Libanov, or no, it's Libanov. Never mind. And there we got Jure on the inside of Gui. That's not gonna end up well. We've got a 3-car battle for the P6, and into the start-finish straight. He isn't close enough. No one is close enough to attack. Dex is close to Houseman. He chases. He has to pass him if he wants to win this race, because Dex has to pit, and F1 Champ is gonna get away if he won't get close to him. Meanwhile, Jure on the inside into turn 3 overtakes Gui, and there is also Libanov close to them. Libanov overtakes Gui. Gui has damage. And both Williams are in pits. Energy boost goes on the inside of Dex, and he now gets a slipstream. Into the chicane they go. He's right at the back of Renault, but now Renault gets a better traction out of that chicane because he's on soft. And Libenov has spun. It's the... Ay ay ay. Again. And Wojtinho is in P5. Dex meanwhile very close to Houseman. Is he gonna attack? DRS not allowed yet. He has... Oh, it is... Race. Otapa in the pits. And House... Oi! We've got oversteer again in the Renault. Tim Mats on the back of Gui. He gets the... No, he doesn't attack. They are both on hard tires. There we've got Dex again, very close to Houseman. He is in the slipstream. And no, he doesn't dives. Just leave a stump and send it. Now into the chicane. Then we've got a DRS straight. Is he gonna attack? No. And now... Oh, he had to get off of the throttle, and DRS assistance, it didn't work. And now Tim Mats very close to Gui. Gui gets the inside line, but is Tim Mats gonna around the outside again? But Gui gets better traction and he couldn't quite do it, but Tim Mats is still on the inside. And he dives and he gets the 7th position. Fantastic move. And he still has got DRS. And Dex overtook Houseman with the DRS assistance into turn 1. And now Houseman is gonna be under pressure from energy boost. But he's not gonna quite do it. Then we've got Gui. Oh, Wojtinho got overtaken by Jure. It was probably a dive bomb because they weren't quite that close. Houseman now, his tires are very old. He has to pit. Meanwhile, Energy Boost is just behind him on hard tires. And now he gets a very good traction out of the chicane, out of turn 10. But now Houseman, can he fight back? No, he can't. Through the chicane. He hasn't got sector 3. It's Dogs. It's Dogs again, the chicane. It's again the same place. You can't make that mistakes if you want to win. Now Dex has to pit. I think on mediums he should do it, but now he's fighting with Tim Mats or no, because his tires are warmed and he is just struggling with his tires. And both Houseman and Dex are in the pits. So Tim Mats gets up into 5th place. And Libenov is also in the pits. Meanwhile, Jure is closing in on Energy Boost. And we've got also Jim Stroh quite close to Gui. Jure is chasing down the Energy Boost. Wojtinho, his tires are 11 laps old. He has to pit again, but is he gonna pit later to pit on softs or earlier and pick the hard tires? Jure is still closing on Energy Boost. He needs to get himself up into 2nd place. Now Energy Boost got oversteer out of the last corner and is Jurek gonna do it? There is a Williams going out of the pit lane and dives down inside its contact. And the energy boost gets onto the grass and Jurek gets past. It's a quite dive bomb, but energy boost wanted to close the door, but he couldn't quite do it. It was too late. Meanwhile, Jim Stroh on the first DRS zone, he isn't that close to Gui. And now it's the only fight on track, so we will follow them through. Lindstrom has 1 lap advantage on his tires, and is it Otapa? Otapa makes a mistake out of turn 5, I guess, and there is Livanov right on his back. Otapa has warmed up his tires, and Livanov, he is pushing to the limits. And then Jim Stroh, he's gonna wait. He has a DRS now, last corner, but Gui gets a better exit, but it's Jim Stroh who has DRS. He goes down inside and he gets a job done. It's a very nice move indeed. Gui stays in the slipstream, but he doesn't attack. And it's a little bit calmer on track. Got Vitinho, no, it's Ghost of Williams. Otapa is in the pits, so it's still the only battle on track. But Gui is in DRS, but he couldn't quite do it. Jim Stroh has better pace, so he can get away. Well, we've got Matipai. It's a disastrous race for Williams. It can't be much worse. But in front we've got Jure, who is chasing down the champ, but his tires aren't gonna last long. He is gonna have to pit in lap or 2, and he's gonna take the mediums probably. But he's gonna fall down the 7th or 8th place. Somewhere there. And Cham is getting away for the first victory in his first race for ERO. And Jure goes into the pits, and on which position is he gonna get out? It is mediums. Is it a penalty? I don't know. He's gonna be somewhere ahead Houseman, I guess. Yes, but he has got clean air, so he can push like hell. Matipai meanwhile, again with the 5-second time penalty, he's boxing every lap basically. And now we haven't got any on-track battles, so I gonna try to check the penalties. No penalties for jump, one penalty for energy boost. Voitinho, who is on third place, he has one warning only, but he has to pit. Team Mats without penalties. Jim Stroh, he has got 2 penalties. So that's all. Is there something happening on track? No. So maybe... oh. Voitinho is 14 places up, but he has to pit. And he's gonna pit and he's gonna take the softs. I'm sure. But is he gonna pit in lap or 2? It can be, it might be an attack for the fastest lap. F1 Champ has a 5-second gap to energy boost. It's really calm on track, but there we've got Matic versus Libenov. Matic is in the DRS, but it's only 0.5 of a second. I'm gonna see, not this, which tires. Matic has got three laps older tires, so, but he's pushing. They both has battery, but now down inside goes Matic, and he gets the job done. Yes, but can Libenov fight back into the chicane or into the DRS straight? He's in the slipstream, sector 2, yellow flag, but now we are following the action. But oh, Libenov gets it, nearly makes same as one of Renault's decks, I hope, I think. And now Matic is getting away. We've got Jura on the back of Gui. Jura has got very fresh tires, so he can push, but is Jura gonna give up? He has very old tires, and I don't know if he has a damaged wing. Yes, he has. Libenov with 3-second time penalty, and Jura is just at the back of Gui. Jura into the DRS straight, and now through the chicane they go. DRS assistant, and isn't he too far? Yes, he is too far. He isn't gonna, but corners of the lap number 18. And now, DRS straight, start finish straight. Yellow flag sector 3, it's Libenov. Libenov spun out of the chicane of the trickiest part of the track, and meanwhile Jura gets the job done around the outside into the first corner. Nice move. Libenov, meanwhile, it isn't the best race for him. But he isn't pitting yet. It could be worse. Meanwhile, Voitinho his tires are 18 laps old, so I think that he is gonna pit in this lap, and he's gonna fit the soft tires, because Team Mats is closing. Energy Boost is boxing, so, and Voitinho too. Energy Boost gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Voitinho doesn't follow, but he's gonna pit, and he is gonna fit the soft tires, and he's gonna push like hell into the end of the race. Jure meanwhile moves up into 4th place, and Jimstro is 3rd, but he's got lots of penalties. And also Jure behind him pushing. And Energy Boost, a Voitinho who get out of pits on 9th place. He's 2.5 seconds behind Dex. There we've got Houseman versus GUI versus Energy Boost, but Energy Boost is gonna get away, I think, so. And GUI has much older tires than Houseman. Matipai with another 3-second time penalty. Now into the chicane. DRS assistant. And he's too far. Couldn't quite do it. But maybe on the start-finish straight. We've got also Jure on the back of Jimstro. But he's not that close. Houseman is closer, but Jure is closing. We'll see. Houseman, no, he's not gonna attack. And Jure in the second, no. And Houseman is very close to GUI, and he's got, here's, it's Libanov again. Libanov is out of the session. It's the end of the race for him. And we've got a virtual safety car. And Houseman was very lucky because he overtook GUI just before VSC to start. Jure couldn't quite do it with Jimstro. And there we've also got Dex, GUI and Houseman fighting. And just behind them there is Voitinho on fresh softs. And now VSC is over. We've got Dex just behind GUI. GUI hasn't got front wing, so he's slower. And now around the last corner, GUI is very slow. And Dex, he's gonna be late on the brakes, and down the inside he goes, and he gets the job done or not. They are going side by side, and just behind them is Voitinho. What he's gonna do? He's gonna wait. GUI brakes later than Dex and goes around the outside. Fantastic move. Oh, they touched again. And GUI makes the impossible. He stays in front of Dex for another lap. Meanwhile, we've got also Jure and Jimstro and Energy Boost fighting into the chicane. Energy Boost goes down the inside. Oh, it could be the best move in history. And now Energy Boost with DRS down the inside of both of Red Bull and Racing Point. Oh, they touched, and Red Bull and Mercedes are spun, and Jimstro gets away well, and Houseman gets up into 4th place. What is happening? Jure is in 9th place. Disaster for Red Bull. Meanwhile, Voitinho overtook GUI, and he now is gonna have DRS behind Dex. Start finish straight. down the inside he goes into the turn 1, and it's the job done for Voitinho. Oh, and he gets a 3-second time penalty. And now Dex is gonna fight back around the outside. No. Voitinho closes the door, and ERO and Energy Boost, disaster. They could have been on the podium, and now they are just in the points, 9th and 10th. But we don't mind them. We don't care about them. Now we care about Dex and Voitinho. Dex is just at the back of Voitinho, but Voitinho has quicker tires. It's the last chance for Dex to overtake the pole. He cuts and gets a 3-second time penalty, and he doesn't do it. He won't do it. Gui is losing time, and Voitinho is actually in P5. I don't remember. No, he was 4th in Monaco last year. So, but he still has 6 laps to go. He still can overtake Houseman and Jim Stroll. Jim Stroll has very old tires. I think he's gonna catch them. It's only 6 seconds to Racing Point. F1 champ, he's calmly going to the end. He's 20 seconds clear of Team Mats, who is also driving a nice race. For McLaren, McLaren are 30 points clear, and they are at the top of the constructor standings at the moment. Let's see who has the fastest lap. Fastest lap belongs to Otapa, 124.784. Voitinho may beat it, but I don't think it's gonna be possible. Dex still has got DRS behind Voitinho. Voitinho actually 1 second, he's 1 second faster than Houseman on the lap, and Houseman is 1 second faster than Jim Stroll, so it's gonna be a nice fight, I hope. Then at the back of the points we've got Energy Boost and ERO, who got injured by themselves. And here we go, Houseman is... Oh, ERO with the fastest lap of the race. And Energy Boost. Energy Boost beats the time, and 1:23.2 is now the time to beat. Houseman is just at the back of Jim Stroll. He's just in the DRS zone. Yes, he's 8 tenths behind Jim Stroll. He has DRS. Voitinho, he is not that quick. He's 2 seconds behind Houseman, and Houseman is only half a second behind Jim Stroll. He may be in the podium position, and then if he can fight with Voitinho, he can be on the podium. We may have both McLarens on the podium, and there was Jim Stroll who made a mistake, and he has his wing damaged. And just behind him is Houseman. Houseman, second DRS straight. Voitinho is also very close, and Dex isn't that far. But Houseman not yet. I think that he knows that Jim Stroll has damaged his wing. And now he's following him through the first sector. Jim Stroll started P14 Voitinho started P17. Which of them is gonna finish higher? These are two great comeback stories. Jimstrow is now under pressure of Houseman. Houseman is under pressure of Voitinho, and Voitinho is under pressure, but not that big pressure from Dex. Nothing happens, but I think that things will happen on the start-finish straight. Now Voitinho dives down the inside. Oh, Houseman closes the door, Voitinho touches him, but nothing happens. And now DRS straight. Voitinho with DRS, but Houseman has got slipstream behind Jimstrow, and is Voitinho gonna break later? No, Houseman still holds the fourth position, and second DRS straight. Voitinho gets onto the grass. Very close is Dex, but nothing happens again. It's a great battle for P3. What is gonna happen? We've got still 2.5 laps to go. Energy boost with another 3-second time penalty. Voitinho is in the slipstream of Houseman. Houseman nearly attacks Jimstrow. Yellow flag, it's Matic who is out of the race. He was on the P8, but he's now out. And now Jimstrow versus Houseman versus Voitinho. Dex he's quite close actually. He may fight, but Voitinho doesn't do anything. He will wait onto the start-finish straight. But it's 4-car battle. It's fantastic battle for P3. Jimstrow hasn't got much battery left, but Voitinho is pushing. He's just behind Houseman. Houseman is closer to attack Jimstrow. Is he gonna dive? No. And another lap, nothing happens. Dex is very slow on the straight, and he can't attack any of the fighting three. And meanwhile we've got energy boost overtaking ERO, but ERO can fight back. Around the outside he goes into turn 3, and no. Energy boost holds the position, and we are now back into the fight for the third place. Voitinho is very close to Houseman again, but is he gonna be that close after the chicane? No, Houseman will get away. Voitinho, I think he got a warning, and Houseman, no, he doesn't attack Jimstrow. Dogs meanwhile is very close. He's very close on the closing stretch of the lap, and there was a contact, but I think no one is injured. All front wings are safe. And now again the same story. Voitinho couldn't quite get the job done because of the slipstream from Jimstrow. But Houseman again is gonna try to attack Jimstrow into turn 3. No. They are all... And there we've got Renault. I thought he will attack Voitinho into turn 5. But they are still fighting. It's the last lap actually. I didn't saw it, and F1 champ, he was just perfect. No mistakes in this race. Team maths, but we will follow the battle. Voitinho is on the inside of into the chicane, but he doesn't do anything stupid, and it's the last chance to overtake Houseman. He's on the inside. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna finally do it? Yes, he dives out the inside and he gets the 4th position. And now the penalties will decide. Oh, we've got a Williams, but he's actually the pack marker, and there was a Renault on the inside of the McLaren, and nothing happens. Jim Stroll is gonna come to the finish on the third position, and he stays, but Houseman goes third fastest. He didn't have any penalties. Fantastic battle for the third place. Houseman, Jim Stroll, Voitinho and Tex. Then we've got Gui, Energy Boost, and Jure goes 7th, I guess, because he didn't have any penalties. It was quite interesting race, I think. Thank you for joining us here, and here we've got our F1 champ who wins the Australian Grand Prix in Season 3, ERO F2, and both McLarens on the podium. It's the fantastic information for the walking team. It's 33 points, if I'm right. So these are the results. F1 champ on the first place, then we've got both McLaren's, teammates and Houseman, Jim Stroll, the only Greek in the pack, and then Voitinho, Dix, Jure, Gui, Energy Boost, Otapa, Matipai, Matic, and Libenov, Pacefen, Vilzu, Middle Mid, Fire Shot, Ryan and Natik didn't end. What a race that was. Thank you for joining us. My name is Gniewko. Join us tomorrow at the same time for the F1 race, also on the PS4. Thank you and good night.